Well, there's a new resource guide, visitors and locals for over 40 beaches that surround iconic Lake Tahoe shores.
Yeah, the site offers details about frequented hotspots and those little hidden gems. Dina Cupper, very well versed on her Tahoe beaches. She's got more details on us.
Is this all for my trip next week?
This could be your trip, Cody. I know you're heading up to Tahoe next weekend, so listen closely, my friend. And we have so many people in the Sacramento Valley who love to go to Tahoe, obviously, and that's why I thought this was such an important resource to tell you all about. So Amy Berry with Tahoe Fund joins us this morning to talk about a website they actually launched a little ways back, about 3 years ago. But Amy, you've made some improvements to it and you're seeing a ton of unique visitors. So what's the website and what exactly does it tell people?
Yeah, absolutely. So TahoePublicBeaches.org, it is the only place that you can find information about every single beach in Lake Tahoe, public beach in Lake Tahoe. In the past, if you wanted to go to a beach, you had to go to either California State Parks website or the Forest Service website or the PUDs. And now it's like, okay, I can just go to this one website. I can see on a map where all the beaches are. And what's probably the best feature is that you can filter. So say you want to bring your dog to the beach, you can filter by what beaches are dog friendly. Say you want to play volleyball, you can find out which beaches have volleyball nets. And really the idea behind it is what we were seeing was everybody knew like the same 5 beaches and everybody went to the same 5 beaches and they filled up. And we were like, wait, there's over 40 beaches. How do we tell people that there are other places to go and spread people around the lake? So that's really the idea behind Tahoe Beaches, is to try to spread folks around to experience a lot of different beaches and try to minimize some of the crowding.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, even growing up in the Reno Tahoe area, I still go to the same, like you said, 5 beaches that I've always just frequented. And so to know that there are so many other options for people. And, this is really to encourage less foot traffic in one spot, but also the parking congestion can get pretty bad. And so these different beaches you have listed also show people where they can park safely and legally, right?
Yes, and there's also a link to public transportation information. Last year with COVID, a lot of that got shut down, but now that we're sort of coming out of that, there's a lot of wonderful public transportation options, which we'd always recommend. There's just not enough parking spaces for how many people want to be in Tahoe. So it's a really good idea to try to use public transportation.
Okay, and then what is your, biggest piece of advice for people wanting to go to Tahoe's beaches? Obviously, you got to look ahead to see if it's dog friendly and if you're going to have to pay to park. But anything else you want to recommend for people who are visiting who maybe don't go very often? Yeah,
absolutely. So prepare, but also prepare to change your plans. There are so many people in Tahoe right now, visitation numbers we've never seen before. And it's great that people are getting outside, but it just means if you make a whole plan and you have one destination in mind, you might get there and find that there's no room. So use this website, come up knowing, okay, this is my plan, but maybe I need plan B, plan C, plan D to understand. Carpool for sure. And then we always just want to remind people about leave no trace principle. So if you come up to the lake, you might find yourself at a beach that doesn't have garbage cans, so make sure whatever you take to the beach, you bring home with you and plan to do that.
Yes, and we just did the story with you all a few weeks ago where you're sending out scuba divers to go collect all the trash. And so we know so much, unfortunately, gets left behind. So pack it in, pack it out, and let's keep Tahoe blue. All right. Thank you so much, Amy. We always appreciate talking to you. Again, it's TahoePublicBeaches.org. That's the website you need to go to. And again, so many beaches you might not have even ever heard of are all listed there. So Cody, as I send it back to you, I know I sent you a list of the beaches that I thought you were going to be near, but there might...
True. True.